Hello and welcome to Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Well, welcome back. Okay, so we helped Asterion in the reliquary, and we also talked with Hecate about Calliope and the murder and everything. Still didn't get much clear. We also went to the Viper's Nest and talked with Medusa. She made us. Well, yes, she kind of hypnotized us, and we were in a weird dance with her, but we got through her. And we found out that Calliope was in the reliquary. Actually, Sterium told us that before Medusa did, so we did find out stuff, just not from Hecate herself. So both Medusa, Asterion, and Calliope were in the reliquary the day Calliope died. We spoke to both Freddy and Apollo. We got a lot of lore out of them. I'm gonna estimate that took up around half of the episode, so yeah. Um, and right now I think, yeah, we got called by Athena, who told us not to sneak into the reliquary, and guess what? We're just going to do that again. So hopefully this time we won't get caught. So let's dive right to it. We... Oof. Be honest with Hecate. I kinda wanna be honest with her because with all her it is written stuff, she will know either way. Yeah, like no matter what you do, she will know you're there. So let's just be honest from the beginning. That will make things easier, will it not? Best plan ever.
Ah, so that is now.
Also famous
Oh,
last words.
You were expecting us?
Yes, as
It is written that you would come, yes.
That is so cool. I kid you not.
Yet it was also written that you would sneak into the reliquary as Calliope did, so this encounter is unanticipated.
Huh. I didn't want to sneak in.
I figured talking face to face would be more civilized and, less dangerous.
I appreciate your motivation, though surely you cannot think mere etiquette will change my answer.
Probably not.
Didn't I make you and the Minotaur, happier?
You did. It is pleasant.
Isn't that worth anything?
This was true when you were here last, and yet I still considered my duty paramount.
I guess it can't be that pleasant.
My happiness is irrelevant. I am grateful for all you have done, but my purpose here cannot be so easily cast aside.
Fair enough.
The only reason you won't let me in is because Athena forbids it, right?
She is the one to whom I made my promise, yes.
What if I said that she's a suspect in Calliope's death?
Is she a suspect?
She's an idol. I don't know that she's not a suspect. Yet. Without more evidence, isn't her command potentially self-serving?
Oh, you're smart.
You will regret this. That is also written.
That is a yes.
Go quickly. Look, but do not touch. The reliquary stores many artifacts, some dangerous.
Got it.
Let's see what we can find. Oh my god. That's a lot of books. Asterion was not
Okay,
kidding.
Grace. What the heck do you do now?
Pick a book. Not peekaboo, but pick a book.
Of all the times to not have Freddy around, she'd love this. First things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start? Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe
Probably
if I
did.
just focus.
You do. You do it, game. Ooh. Those are relics and
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
Ooh. Mirror. Egg. Okay. Egg, serpent.
I don't get any feeling from that. Will I know it when I see it?
Probably. Instrument. That's a
Is
flute?
that a weapon? A musical instrument?
A weapon.
Maybe it's both.
Mask. Ooh. That's from a Greek
What did
theater.
Freddy say about mazes? Was it always go left? Or go left and then go right?
Probably neither of those. Trident. Is that actually Poseidon's trident?
Is this an armory too?
Apple. Ooh. An apple from the garden
Freddy?
of...
Are you out there?
What's the name?
Can you hear me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where
It
I
has
am.
Paradise. Yes. Didn't know the name in English. Olive branch, as per usual.
They should really charge for tours. It's kind of amazing.
Scroll.
I don't even know what language that is.
Okay, statue.
Shouldn't that be in a museum somewhere?
So I'm guessing it's the mirror, right?
This is it. Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she...
Ooh. What? I do not like that. Oh no. Oh no. All of them are stupid.
Hello? Do you work for Hecate? Are you guardians or something?
They look like... I don't like this.
Okay then.
That's not working, apparently.
What's
Still
happening?
not working.
Why didn't it work?
Maybe they killed Calliope. Hi, Freddy.
Oh! Grace? Freddy! We've got to run!
They all
My
have
powers
the
don't work on them, they just
same
keep
hat.
coming!
This... Hecate, someone help. Uh-oh. Don't do anything stupid. There she goes, okay.
No, I won't let you. Freddy!
That's just great. Nice idea, by the way, Freddy. Cute that you stood up for us, but dying is not best thing you could do, probably.
Oh god. Oh god, Freddy!
Hecate wasn't lying when she said we would regret this.
Oh, Grace.
You summoned the Furies.
The what?
What?
Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not
All of
idols,
them.
but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here?
I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it.
There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
Hold on, let me gather myself here because this is too much in too little time. So we were following Calliope's footsteps. We got to the mirror that apparently summons the Fates. Didn't... who was it? Yeah, Athena said the idols were dying. Maybe Calliope wanted to speak to the Fates to change that? Since she apparently didn't like where the idols were going and everything, it would make sense, but still don't understand what part the Furious, well, besides killing Calliope, play here. Like, why are they summoned? Hecate seems pretty convinced that even using the mirror wouldn't summon the Furies unless the Fates decreed it so. Maybe they don't want it to change. Maybe they're the ones causing the idols to die, like on purpose. Still doesn't make much sense though. Whatever the case, it seems like the same that happened to Calliope happened to Freddy. Well, of course she wasn't trying to protect anyone. Well, allegedly. But... well, poor Grace. She loses Calliope, well, she didn't know her very well, and now she loses her best friend because, I mean, I'm guessing she's dead, right? With all that blood. I would say you need to help Freddy, but she looks pretty dead to me. As sad as that is. Maybe I'm rationalizing this too much, but...
I didn't talk to any Fates. There were figures in the mirror, but they vanished when the Furies got there.
This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do.
well, just great.
You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
So detached, Hecate. Yeah, let's go all out, why
How can
not?
you say that? I didn't mean for this to happen.
Your intentions are irrelevant, Grace. All choices have consequences.
I didn't choose this. I wouldn't have let her.
We have to leave. We have to leave now.
Yeah, just leave her dead body there, why not? Where should I go now? Just dig a hole and bury yourself in it because... poor Grace, oh my god. Are you drunk?
Grace, I'm sorry. I know what Freddie meant to you.
You don't.
No, you don't. We grew up together. She was.
I understand. Grace, is that what happened to Calliope? Was she attacked by the Furies as you were?
Most likely.
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
The Furies. Sent by the same person, I imagine.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
Even in our prime, none of the idols had the Furies at our beck and call. Perhaps Zeus, but he's long gone. I honestly didn't know the Furies still existed.
I mean, they couldn't just disappear.
Clearly someone can do it.
I mean, unless they weren't sent. Unless they were responding to something else,
Zeus...
something you'd done unwittingly.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid your guess is as good as mine.
So I'm guessing if Zeus might have had that kind of power, it may have come from like status, like being the leader of the gods or the idols or whatever, might have granted him some kind of power over the Furies, more or less. But this would fall onto Athena now, right? If she is the official leader of the idols. Still doesn't really, like, it makes no sense though. Why would she, if she even can, why would she send the Furies to kill Calliope? Me, I could understand, because she told us not to sneak into the reliquary. We did, and we might have found out what had actually happened to Calliope. So if she wasn't interested in us finding out, it would make total sense to send the Furies to kill us. But why Calliope? Again, I'm just working with theories. Well, let's just keep talking with Apollo,
What
see
are
what
the
we
Furies?
find.
They didn't seem like people.
They're not. Hecate called them embodiments of retribution, and I suppose that's the best description. They go back to, well, the time before my memory. I was once told they were created to enforce the most ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Decrees one couldn't break, written in blood. Laws even idols abided by in the days of old Olympus. But those surely died with Zeus. Even if they hadn't, you can't have broken any. They're not easy to overlook.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
Well, apparently she wanted to speak to the fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
Exactly, why?
The fates are primordial beings, like the Furies. They're said to control destiny. Perhaps Calliope wished to know her destiny. Or change it. I'm not sure.
Can these fates really control the future?
They're tied into fate, as I am. Perhaps they're even where my power stems from, or how Hecate's books are written.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, apparently.
Could it have been the fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
I doubt it. If they didn't want to answer the mirror, I'm certain they simply wouldn't.
They don't strike me as petty beings. I mean, of course, we haven't met them, but if they're so powerful and so above everything else, it wouldn't strike me. They wouldn't strike me as beings who would just do something like this.
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
Maybe they didn't.
They're not assassins, Grace.
Care
They're enforcers
who-
of the old laws. I imagine they decided the debt was paid, whatever it was, when blood was spilled. The blood didn't have to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
Then they would have come after you. And they wouldn't have stopped until they were through. Not ever.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the
Oh,
Fates.
hello,
Why
Persephone.
not ask them? You too have caused quite the stir. Hecate is beside herself, and Athena is out of her mind. Well done.
How long have you been listening?
Enough.
Long enough to know that you need another way to speak to the Fates, unless you're planning on trying the reliquary again.
No, not a chance. We'll find the truth on our own, Persephone.
If you sent Grace to wander about looking for Calliope's memories, you're already out of options.
Yeah, stop fucking
Enough,
fighting.
both of you. This isn't helping anyone.
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
No,
They
brother.
won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. So your promise to help Grace was an empty one? Step up, for once, and do what she needs you to do. Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
Not more than you're
A great
already in.
deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
I don't trust you, Persephone.
Is there really no other way to talk to these Fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
Yes.
No. No, hell no.
The only other
mean,
person
not
with a direct
actually,
connection
but-
to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But you came here to help, right?
And I came here to help.
Okay. No need to keep selling me on it, I'm in.
You are?
Yeah. I need to punch something really hard. Or Overthrow hell, I'm good with either of those things.
Did you see that, Apollo? You see, that is what a backbone looks like.
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies. According to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Right, because she was killed by the Furies, right?
Wait, what? Freddy's in Hades? What? Persephone, why didn't you lead with that?
I didn't want it to seem like I was playing on your sympathy, Grace.
But you'll play on mine. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
Okay.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
Hello.
Shall I wait here, or...?
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
It's the only way to find out why Calliope was trying to contact the Fates.
The Fates?
There's something going on, Hermes. I'm at the edge of it, but without the Fates, I'll never know the truth.
And that means going to Hades, with or without Athena's permission.
Okay. Signal when you need to come back.
Portal
You
in
sure?
the trunk of a car.
Feels
Huh.
like the right thing?
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go. Welcome to the real underworld.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It feels so empty. So lonely.
Probably because
It's
is.
not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter.
Who is in the
Bitter shade named Orpheus has been
Orpheus?
squatting on it since my exile.
And you
I
really
fully
see.
expect he'll be waiting
You
for
really
us.
see. Whatever the name is in English, I don't know.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
You really
It
I
should.
don't know.
His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and
Eurydice,
left
okay.
with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours.
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
So there's gonna be a fight? Good. I need something to punch.
Don't get too excited, Grace. Orpheus is hardly a worthy foe.
Still.
Really? Even though he took your throne?
He took an empty throne after I left. That does not make him a king. Just someone else that's in my way.
In our way, you mean?
Yes, in our way.
Okay.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne.
Angry
Anything else
ghost.
about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come, it's time to cross the Styx.
Hmm.
The ferryman will come soon.
Ooh, Caron.
As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
Okay, boss. Big boat. Oh my god, it's as big as Hecate. Ha. Wanna see your face? Are you
I
just a
am
big
Persephone,
skeleton?
also known as Despoina and Core Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again.
William. Oh my god.
No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
I am the last muse.
Hey there! I'm Grace, idol and last of the muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the muses and that you're very pretty.
Thank you.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Poor Caron. Yeah, we can find something to play. Indulge the big guy.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him.
You're welcome.
Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Ooh, song.
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story, every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong. If my life was stolen, I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
We
coming.
might have a problem.
A wolf is waiting in the
This
tomb.
bard's already
Someone's
dead,
coming.
but you can defeat him.
I can feel them howling at the moon.
My help.
Don't forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny. Welcome to my underworld. Let me treat you to a song, a welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse, any requests? Questions?
My friend is dead. Can you help me?
Loop. The river keeps secrets deep in the water. How far do you sink till you're buried below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go. You're asking the wrong person.
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back. If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
This 10 is over. If he's the victim, what am I?
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't comply. I'd rather die.
I have nothing but a dark and empty hole, wanting something to fill a shallow soul. I am the king of constant sorrow with a throne room.
It's not your throne, Orpheus.
It will be until you admit you were wrong.
I wouldn't go there. It's too much for you, and I'm not sorry for your mistake.
Orpheus, you could stop this song now, or better yet, we could work this all out. There's a new day coming.
That would require Persephone to listen, would it not?
I've heard enough.
So much for your new day, dear muse.
It isn't your fault. Hades broke you both down. It isn't your fault. This is a literal ghost town. But you're forgetting Freddie. I just want her return.
The candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn.
It's a slow
burn. You both exist somewhere.
Ah, interesting.
We have been fools.
You both are.
You're
yes?
right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
That's Cerberus's skulls, right? Take the throne for yourself. No. Destroy it. No one should have that much power. Especially now that Hades is empty.
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair.
Oh my god.
There.
You have that much power?
You dare.
Jesus. Yes, I dare. Fuck off, Persephone.
What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
Look around you, Persephone. Hades is empty. That chair you wanted so badly, it doesn't matter anymore.
It mattered to me. I paid for that throne with tears and blood, Grace. With years of humiliation you know nothing about.
It's a
I
chair.
thought we could help each other, but no. No, you would rather lecture me.
As if you weren't lecturing me as well.
So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
My plan? It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you really expect me to believe you just showed up at my apartment eager to help? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the fates.
Which there never was. You're correct.
Exactly.
And Freddy?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
I don't hate her, but
I should have realized it sooner, before we ever came here. I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we are.
And neither of us will get what we want today.
As opposed to your original plan, where that would have only been me.
true.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no.
Without great
No, the rules of death are
sacrifice.
clear. Yet you might have spoken to her.
What can I sacrifice to bring her back?
I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Freddy!
Hey.
Is she gonna go right through? No, okay.
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
Well, I do.
I do. I want to go back. I want it all to go back. It's not supposed to end like this.
This isn't the end. Hey, it's not by a long shot. You still have a whole story to finish.
Without you?
Yeah. Without me.
That's
don't
not
want to.
fair.
Well, I don't blame you. I happen to be really good company. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Ooh, Calliope. Hello there. Where are you going?
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace. I
My
just don't...
Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
Ah. So she's the one you didn't have a chance to say goodbye to. Yeah.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I
So
take them
Grace
now.
showed up.
I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. That's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
Okay. So, oh, hold on. Is the prophecy that the idols are dying? And that's why Calliope went to speak to the Fates. Still doesn't explain the Furies, but it would make sense in that regard.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is...
yeah, actually.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
What?
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I
Oh,
barely
so I was right,
escaped.
actually.
I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
She needed to die. So it's not about the idols losing their immortality. This is confusing, but okay.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Unless
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the
the
prophecy,
prophecy
and he
was that she
refused to stay
needed to
silent.
die,
And he came to warn me.
but the
He was
idols
torn.
didn't die out,
Telling me meant I was locked
couldn't
into it.
die out.
I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it. Just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Yes.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It
It
must, or
involves
you
the
wouldn't hesitate.
muse, not Calliope.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
That's where she wants to
And now
kill
you
off
know the
Grace.
prophecy.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Also, how did you know
Because
where
I
I
was
live?
dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But if
But
that would...
how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
Still, I don't understand why she would send the Furies to kill Calliope. If talking to the... Well, actually, I mean, if annulling the prophecy would mean that even killing Calliope wouldn't save the idols, then yes, it would make sense. But wouldn't it be just easier to save the idols altogether without needing to kill off Calliope?
you went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh, Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
My love, huh?
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We
Fair.
don't know that.
We kinda do, though.
It isn't fair, Freddy. This isn't how it's supposed to go.
Ooh, another song. Okay.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go.
I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go.
It's time to
How can I let go now? I won't. It's just not fair. We took our first steps together. Now you'd have me walk alone.
You were always there for me, from heartbreak and through injury. We'd do it again, but now it's time to go.
If I could bring you back, I would give it all to you, my best friend. If I could choose a muse,
To give her idol?
Would give up godhood to bring her back.
Yes.
any day, every day, a life for a life, Farishta, please stay. Grace, no. It's time.
Oh, this is a tough one. I mean,
Who knows what comes next? But I will face it beside you.
ah. So Fred is no longer dead. We're no longer
You've
amused.
returned.
You did it. You actually brought me back from the dead.
And you
Of course I
don't
did.
look happy about it.
Did you get a
And
chance
Apollo
to speak
isn't
to the
even
fates?
surprised about it, okay?
No.
Then what happened?
We found... I'm not amused anymore. We found Calliope. We found Calliope.
Then we found Calliope.
Then.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you.
What?
How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying
Relax,
to us.
Persephone, relax.
You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You were trying to protect me, right? You didn't want me to share Calliope's fate?
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Well, then it's done. You're locked into it, as is Freddy. Athena will want her dead, too.
You're right.
Great,
I-
now we're both dying.
I actually hadn't considered that part.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm so sorry, Grace. I never meant for this to happen.
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
Shut up, Persephone.
I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. You're
But
not the
she's
last
the-
muse any longer. After all, your Freddy isn't on trial. Yet if Athena believes you both need to die in order to save the idols, she'll find a way.
We shouldn't make a deal.
Then I'll just have to stop her, won't I?
Brave words for a mortal.
If I've learned anything, it's that idols aren't all powerful. Plus, I'll have help, right?
I lied to you, used you, and you still want my help?
I'd say you owe me.
When you go to the trial, I'll back your play, up to and including overthrowing Athena. Calliope would
Well,
approve.
that was easy.
But what about...
Just so you understand, Our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
Oh my god, confront a lot of people actually. Holy shit. Let's start with Pan.
Pan? Are you here?
Pretty Pan Pan. Pampaloni.
Pan! Alright then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
No, I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
I know you weren't behind Calliope's murder.
Oh, then you've learned something, haven't you? Something not exactly pleasant. I see. Isn't that always the way? Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I've any advice to offer.
Okay, can't hurt.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No.
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die, just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
Plus, letting the idols continue is pretty ambiguous. Like, it not continuing does not mean dying. It might just mean they will not continue as they were. They will just become something else, something different. Even if they do become mortal, but not necessarily. Huh, yes.
I doubt Athena would agree. Or many of the other idols, for that matter.
Yes, well, if history says anything about the idols, it's that we're a bunch of reactionaries who make poor decisions. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we
Calliope would
have been
agree
isn't
as well.
appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
You look baffled, Grace. But yeah, it's actually a fair point. It's like Athena took the prophecy quite too literally. And maybe it just means that the idols must change, maybe change direction in both senses. Like change direction and change who leads them. Doesn't mean they will just all die if the last muse dies. Since Calliope, well, the last muse, but Calliope specifically thought and was at least taking steps, or at least I think so, to change the route the idols were taking. It makes more sense that the prophecy means that if you don't want that change to happen, then she must die, because as long as she's alive, she will strive for change and she will make it happen, whether you like it or not. Yeah, that actually makes the most sense. Let's confront them in reverse. It would be Apollo now, since he was the first to leave. Actually, it was Freddy, but she's the closest geographically, so.
It's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Hey, peace.
Is he okay? He left my place pretty upset. I'm concerned.
Oh, you're concerned. Well, I guess the rest of us just better get out of your way, huh?
Don't
Look,
be a bitch,
I'm
Oracle.
not stupid. I don't buy into this god crap, but I know Paul and the rest of you are not on the right side of normal. Even so, Paul is a good guy. Leave him alone. He doesn't want to talk to you.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
She's a shorty. The Python Club. Funny
I didn't mean for it to
programmer
end up this way.
joke. I didn't hear what you said, but yeah, stop fucking
know.
blaming yourself, Apollo.
It's okay, Apollo. You have to stop torturing yourself over this.
I wanted you to find out about Athena without learning the prophecy.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it was
kind of
difficult
did.
to help without helping too much. Even pointing you at Pan. I was hoping he could be pressured into assisting more. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
But it wasn't. Actually, yes, you don't know everything.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
So you want to, what? Stop trying?
Yes,
Maybe.
actually. As stupid as that sounds.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
There's nothing to forgive, Apollo. You did what you could for a friend. You didn't owe me anything.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Persephone now. I want to leave Freddy for the end. Feels like she deserves our utmost attention. Now to talk to great old bitchy Persephone. Ooh, that's...
Did you forget
Calliope.
something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
Let's not look for a feud with her, shall we?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
In what
Don't you
direction, though?
Want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
Fair.
Well, I forgive you, if that makes it any easier.
You forgive me? I should be the one forgiving you.
Hey!
Well, do you?
I... Fine. Yes, if that's what you want, yes.
Do you know how to stop holding grudges, after all? Oh. Curious
Do you
indeed.
regret it? Surrendering your Eidolon?
Hell no. I mean, from a gamer perspective, I would like for Grace to continue being the muse, even if it's cool to have Freddy be it. I mean, I guess we haven't seen her in action yet, but Grace just looks perfect for the role, you know. Plus, gold and black do combine really well together, not so well with green. But like from a story perspective, it makes the most sense. Like, even if you're no longer immortal, you get to leave. Well, unless you die in the trial, but you get to leave, and Freddy gets to leave as well. So why wouldn't you do it? I mean, of course, if you care more for your immortality than you do for your best friend slash lover to be, then yes, it was a hard choice.
Giving it up was the hardest thing in the world.
Not so much,
But
though.
this was too important, no matter how difficult.
I wonder if I could have done as much for anyone. You do realize you may have brought your friend back, only to doom her to a quick death.
That's a fair statement, yes.
I guess that's true.
You gave her your new life. And you get to walk away as if nothing ever happened.
Only if we survive.
Yeah, don't think I will
And
walk
I
away.
would never walk away from a friend.
Okay, so it's time to confront Freddy. Well, I don't want to confront her. I want to comfort her. Freddy.
Freddy, can we talk? Freddy, please. Whatever I did, I need to make it right. Talk to me.
Hello.
Hey. Freddy, are you okay?
No. No, I'm really not. Why did you do it, Grace? You brought me back. You made me the muse.
Yeah, what's giving up immortality for your best friend in the entire universe?
No, I'm serious.
I am too.
Freddy, I'd do anything for you. Just like you'd do anything for me.
Grace, I told you that I was at peace with my decision. I've watched the struggles you've had as the muse, and now you've thrown them all on me. You didn't even ask.
That's fair.
You don't wish you were still dead, do you? Did I screw up?
I don't know.
I have a question. Does this mean that Freddy's soul is dead? No, that wouldn't make sense. But if her soul isn't dead, why doesn't she just give the Eidolon back now that she's alive again? I mean, I understand that the Eidolon is what brought her back, but I don't quite understand how is it keeping her alive. Because if Freddy's soul was dead, then she wouldn't be talking to us as Freddy. She would be talking to us as the muse, as Calliope, however she would call herself. But that isn't the case. So I'm not too sure how that works. You could just give it back to Grace and go on with her life, right? I mean, I'm guessing it would not be as easy, but tell me what's wrong. It'll be okay. I'm sorry I didn't ask you.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here. Tell me what's wrong, Fred.
Everything apparently.
I came back from the dead. And I was actually dead. And I'm not the same now. I've changed. And it's
No.
not just being the muse. I'm different and so are you, and nothing between us can ever be the same again.
You're panicking, Fred.
Of course it'll be the same. Why wouldn't it?
Grace, I sacrificed myself because I love you.
Oh?
I'm in love with you. And I have been for a really long time.
Ooh. That's some big words. Yeah, I have been flirting with you for the whole game. Fucking finally, Freddy.
Well, that's ironic.
What is?
I
Dumbfounded.
feel the same way. I always have.
Why do you think I fucking brought you back from the dead? Dumbass.
Why do you think I joined your band? After college, we started drifting apart.
Why do you think I started the band?
Wild
All this time.
accusations.
And neither of us said anything.
Too afraid to lose. Yes.
I never said anything because I didn't want to lose my best friend. I still don't.
You still might. The trial's tomorrow.
Shut the fuck
Athena
up.
doesn't know about me. Once she does, I'm the last muse. She's gonna want me dead, isn't she?
We can still get through this, Fred.
Yeah, but even if we do, I'll keep changing. And when I start becoming Calliope, will I still love you?
I don't know.
Now every word's been said. I can't think of any more to fix what's broken. So many books I've read, and still not a word of anything could reveal how this feels. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. I would prefer that we were late then, never together again. What you don't get is death. I died. You and I are not the same people who we once knew. Only if we could have been brave on time, knowing how we should have been loving all this time. Only if we could just escape demise. I'll always love you, Grace. But is it too late? Too late?
Okay, that was intense. Alright, so we're really close to the end of the game, but I'm gonna end the episode here and I'm gonna make one specially for the end of the game. It may not be even an hour long because we're actually really close, but I think with all the optional dialogue at the end of the game, because there's a bunch of it, I think we will make up for it. So yeah, I hope you liked this episode, and I'll see you on the next one, which will for sure be the last one for this game. Not sure what game we will do after that. Maybe I was thinking of playing Hades, though I'm not sure how that would work for a series because it has no determined length. Depends on skill and how long you actually take to beat it, sort of. But we'll see what we do. So yeah, I will see you on the next one. Ta-da!